Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bradford's Vikings going up against Wilson Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken short, and this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Here we go. Blue 45.
First down, Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Minnesota first down.
There we go now. Here we go now.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Bulldozes past him, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Here's Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here we go now. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go. 180. 180.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And here now it's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught by Kurz. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. Second down following the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Second down carry for Procise. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On second down, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was. And when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Blue 58. Forward. Dagger.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 50 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go. But but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's brought down after a good game. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
14, 19. Check. Crunch.
On second down, Rawls. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back-centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so, because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, the bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start the drive with Peterson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. They run again with Peterson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. 34, eyes on 34. Hang up. Watch the whip. Gun. Ship, watch the ship.
Now Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield.
14.
And they'll give it to him here. And some space here. And he cuts it right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go.
Bridgewater fakes the give to Peterson. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He's got time. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Wilson now to throw on third down. And able to find Graham, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, this is Rawls. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wilson, and left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Shift together here from the D-line. Second and 10 now. Wilson being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
19.
On third down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's John Ryan now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Sherrills to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That man can leap, Charles. How do you defend a pass like that and a receiver that good?
Partner, you're really doing it through prayer, because you can cover them totally downfield, but at the end, their athleticism actually allows them to uncover themselves and go over the top of you and make a play.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Again, Peterson. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drive.
Here's Wilson. Throwing now is Wilson. A sweep He's got Lockett. And a loose football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And after that play, we've got a man down, a member of the linebacking corps. And the medical staff will attend to it. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Let's go. White 90.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. Set. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.